It's been 2 years since a red planet mysteriously appeared in the sky, but we are no closer to understanding it than we first were.
Entanglement was a really cool, mind-bending short. The concept was super interesting and it had me very invested. You don't know who to believe in this short while you're watching. You don't know if he really hit her, if she's going crazy. Yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect of this, like not knowing who I'm supposed to be on the side of, if I'm supposed to not trust one of them or not. The reveal at the end was spine-chilling, very creepy, the way that she feels pain where she is killed, either in the future or in this parallel reality. I wasn't quite sure which it was, but that concept of feeling the place that you're killed was very creepy. Definitely gave me chills. The acting in this is really well done. The writing is amazing. Yeah, so I also loved like this. There's sci-fi to this, but it's a very human, psychological movie. So I love the fact that it's seen through this sci-fi lens. I love when sci-fi films do this. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really well done.
I love the exploration of parallel universes and to actually give a cause to them. A mysterious new planet showing up in the air. But I also love that it shows that through parallel universes that memories would be connected. Because the two people in the different worlds seem to remember memories that never happened. And it drives them crazy. So it makes you... This film actually does make you wonder if it's possible that there's parallel universes. Or if it's just fun to explore the science surrounding it. But I did enjoy the film. It definitely didn't seem like 30 minutes. It seemed quicker. It was well executed. It was put together. The story was very well developed. I don't really know what country this was shot in, where they go between English and their native language, interspersed as they communicate with each other. But I did thoroughly enjoy it. Everything came together really well, and it feels like this could be made into a bigger film, a feature film, to explore this parallel universe through the planet Narcissus in a bigger story.
Entanglement. I thought this is so well done. I thought it was so interesting. I liked that they explained in the very beginning about like the planet just like appearing, and you really understood like just how much everybody was really truly grasping at straws, trying to understand and trying to explain and like figure out how the planet just showed up, how it's orbiting around seemingly nothing, and like what effect it's kind of having. So they did a really good job of that because it really helped set the base and the premise. And then as you're watching you really see, because they're slowly explaining it to you, how much he's struggling with the relationship and wanting to be different than it is, and you're just getting fed these kind of little bits and pieces of their past to truly explain how and why their reactions to each other are the way that they are, because they're very different, especially in the beginning. She wants basically nothing to do with him when they arrive at the resort, and he just like looks like he's in agony over it. And then as you start to understand more and more, you start to see how their dynamic is shifting again, and how they're reacting to each other is a little bit different again and again as you find out more, and as you get these flashbacks of not only what happened, but you start to really understand with the difference in the timing, that like what happened that she's experiencing isn't truly what she herself has experienced. that this other version of her, this other version of him, is the one that's experienced it, and she's having these memories, but it's not her herself. So I thought that was really, really interesting.
Hey, I'm commenting on the short film Entanglement. What a cool story about just, fate and alternate possibilities and time travel, and like this felt like, I don't know, something along the lines of like Primer meets Melancholia. It was just such a unique and interesting concept, and I really liked where you took it. It wasn't what I was expecting at all, but it all really coalesced together, and it made a lot of sense. I think the way that you put everything together, which is no easy feat when it comes to time travel stories. Or I guess it's hard to call this time travel exactly, but I think you know what I mean. Um, I the concept is super cool. I think you did a good job writing this. The direction is working for me. I loved just sort of the various versions of each character that these actors are playing. They're able to kind of make these characters seem really distinct at different points in their life, and I thought that that was really impressive work. Yeah, I think that this was really well handled and really cool, and just a really fascinating concept. Really nicely done.
Entanglement is a really interesting concept, definitely intriguing.
God, Entanglement was such a trip. um, that was such an amazing example of a story being told in an unchronological order. Because if I'm correct, um, everything within this story takes place in the same timeline. But what happens is it's being told in the wrong order for both the audience and our two characters in the story. They're being fed different sources of information throughout the story, which happen at a later point in time. But what ends up happening is they get the memories of these later events. And it's difficult for both us and them to put two and two together until, well, for us, thankfully, at the literal end, we see what happens. But for them, it becomes, unfortunately, an infinite cycle where it essentially becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of each of them get these visions from the future that they think happen now but are actually going to happen later. It's such a trippy concept, and I was all there for it.
Entanglement. This is an interesting, complicated story. I love the concept of a couple struggling to stay together, paralleled with a new planet injected into our solar system that has a gravitational pull on people and affects their behavior. I thought that was really smart. I really like the lead characters in these roles. They're very strong, whether the scene is romantic or it's volatile. They play so well together. It's very realistic. The end really keeps us guessing. I like how they used the music piece from the night of Chitra's head injury and brought it back to the elevator, and you can see the realization coming over her face. Her eyes are so expressive that it was really well done and very, very good.